This is Kobe White of the Chicago Bulls, and you're watching ECSports.
You know who you're messing with? Do you know who you're messing with?
Yeah.
Outside of those two things.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't say that live. Because we are ECSports.
How you doing?
It's Dion and Rick. As you see, winter is creeping up.
Oh, God.
And I still got my nice summer colors on. But it's time to come inside. We're back home at the Brary.
Yep. We watched the video, Dion. You're just showing us the video of the founder,
Yes,
Earl. Shooting his show, and you told me
Talking
that
about
he's
Christ.
just kicking back
He
in Tampa,
retired, man.
retired. Like
he retired.
he can go inside, outside. What do you want to talk about, brother?
Yep.
Yeah.
He can go wherever he wants.
We are locked down by the weather, but it's all good. We have exciting stuff happening on the EC show. Squad's all here. Warren's working the camera in the background.
I don't think Warren's like a behind the scenes dude.
And that's the thing. I think we start referring to Warren, but nobody never sees Warren because it's not even on his profile. He got pictures of him.
No, he don't like being on social media.
No, he's a low key guy. But it's fine. We'll just
Until
talk
we're out,
of
and
him.
then he calls us bitch asses.
Yeah,
That's all good.
the entire time.
Very wide open personality.
Warren off the mimosas, but we got some.
We gotta go back.
We do.
We gotta go to another one.
More team outings. Brewfest.
She doesn't move her arms, Warren. She didn't move her arms.
Man,
Y'all like the food?
the food was.
I did not like
It was passing.
You liked it?
I liked it.
I wasn't.
It was.
We can
wasn't
do a
bad.
whole conversation about what your expectations are for brunch.
In
there's,
Chicago.
There's two different avenues you could go down. I'm going for the atmosphere.
What did we go down first before you go with the two things you can go?
Oh, what we go down, we wanted a a la carte menu and
Food.
bottomless mimosas.
Which we got.
Right.
Now, the only problem I would say is the website said what?
Oh, it was cheaper. It was the website had one price, and then what
15.
happened?
We get there, and the young waitress whose arms didn't move when she walked said $18. But I think it was more of a. I don't know why they would do that. $18.
Well, they got you.
Yeah.
But they got us. So.
But it was a fun day, and
Yeah, it was a good
I look
time.
forward to it again. We were doing some behind the scenes stuff that you guys will hear about. But this past Monday, I took
Front of
these
the
two
scenes.
gentlemen to their very first National Basketball Association Media Day.
Yep.
What would you say was your experience, just overall?
Yeah.
Not like one, but just the overall experience from start to finish.
Yeah, it was, if I had to sum it up in one word for Media Day, it was a little staggering for me. Once I got over, the initial jitters, it was all good, it was all love. One thing just in the back of my mind that I just could not shake was how I am now officially an inferior sized human.
Because we're y'all see us sitting now, like, if you don't know us, like, I'm 6'2", Rick's 6'3", but when you go there...
Man, I felt small. I felt punitive.
6'8".
Warren's yeah. I felt microscopic, D. But we had a great time. Players showed us love. Also got to feel the feeling of reject by player not wanting to show us love.
We'll talk about him later.
It's all good.
Mr.
But you
Number
know what? We
32.
got who was important. We talked to the important people. If y'all may have noticed at the beginning of the show, who let us in here.
He opened it up.
So
I'm sure you know who that is. Now, my only thing for this coffee is pretty tasty.
yeah, right? Some of the best.
What I would say about the security.
Yeah, talk about security.
Now, obviously, I've been going there forever, but you go in, and I'm not sure. I shouldn't probably say it. They just need to up the security.
Yeah.
It should be better.
General thoughts and
Yeah,
overall.
I've been saying this the last few years, but when you're dealing with that type of situation, you just have to be more secure.
Hey, you was about to open up the
Yeah. I'm like, come on, bro. You watch the show?
Wait a second.
Nah,
You see it?
They just had to get better.
It's the cookout.
But it was an honor to take two guys that have been working their ass off, in you and Warren, since we met. When did we meet? When did Danny hook it up? Did y'all see that? I said Danny.
Yeah.
You guys started calling Danny the chef.
Yeah, we got to get show Danny some love out there, ECSports West. Let's say like October, November.
It's been a year.
We're getting up close to it. It wasn't in the new year. We met maybe 2019 then. We met this year or last year. All I know is it was cold and it was wintertime.
I
And we
gotta
were
look
here.
at the group text. As you guys, I don't know if you guys know, but my beautiful wife is Stephanie. Let me know that I'm not entertaining, and I need to get my shit together.
Okay.
Her words. She's from Guatemala. She likes to curse. She's Hispanic. That's what she does. But I apologize because I have been on my phone way too much and not doing what I'm supposed to do, which is focus on the situation. So that is going to be the situation moving forward. But what I was saying was...
Phoneless episodes
Yeah.
on the ECSports show.
what I was saying was what was I saying?
We were talking about media day. We were talking about observations, how much of an honor it was
Yeah.
for you
The
to
honor
bring
to bring
on
you guys out.
prestigious
And-
people such as Warren and I, very
Exactly.
hardworking, talented
And how Danny
individuals
is
such
a
as
chef.
ourselves, and just
'Cause
how privileged you feel to just have graced just the presence of just so determined and just thoughtful and just motivated guys that would not ever leave your side as we go down this road and as we continue to grow as a brand in EC Sports Show, and as my salary increased to $400,000 a year and Warren gets 3 new cameras and nobody still sees his face.
First of all,
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
I'll still say it. I was bullshitting with him when we were out, but Warren's gonna be first to go Hollywood.
What, Warren Hollywood?
But
no,
like I
man.
was saying, it's when I first talked to Danny. I don't know when it was, but I was at the point where I was like, I don't need a partner. Okay, I can do this regardless. But when you meet like-minded people, and I talked to my buddy Shane, he said that's the main thing. You gotta be in cahoots with like-minded people who understand what you're trying to do, and then they understand what the focus is. Previous people just didn't understand what the focus was.
Yeah.
So I think moving forward, which is my motto, move forward, we will see a lot of different things coming from EC Sports and our soon-to-be named production company. Right.
Yes, sir.
But the media day was obviously a little different from what you probably have thought.
Yeah.
When you first get there, they were a little late. Mr. Paxson and Mr. Foreman.
Yes.
And
And
came
Boylan.
out,
And Mr.
Mr.
Boylan. Can't
They
forget
came
Mr.
out
Boylan.
a few minutes late, which is fine. We were talking to our buddies, Chris, Jason. We met some new people. Stephen
Right.
Bardo was very cool.
Yeah, very open, very nice people. It's always good to
Yeah.
network with nice
Like
folks.
people.
Be nice out here in
Yeah.
the world.
It's just
Save your slander for sports.
respect, and like I was telling these dudes, just take it all in, man. Like a lot of people can't say that they are there. You know what I mean? It was hot as fuck.
Yeah, temperature was a
This
little
motherfucker was wearing a long sleeve.
yeah.
Warren was wearing a full
No.
suit.
I was, I switched out. I brought the button up. I was
yeah.
in the Pennington Bear button up. Warren was in
Warren
his
was in
tap
his-
dancing
yeah.
shoes.
His
It started,
suit.
man, Warren, you want to talk about people who took advantage of the moment. Warren did everything but get on the ground and stick his booty in the air the way he was taking
That
photos.
motherfucker was working out.
He was in that thing.
Hey.
Like, we
What
show
was
you the
I saying
highlights.
every 5 seconds, bro?
Where's Warren?
I'm like, we standing in front of what's his name? Fucking the so-called best player on the team.
Yeah, Laurie? Wendell?
No,
Not Laurie or Wendell? Zach?
Zach. Where's Warren?
What, Warren?
Where you at, buddy?
This man's recording secret handshakes by the Bulls
Yeah.
players, catching
He's
inside
like, hey
jokes.
guys, come meet my guy. I'm
That's
like,
exclusive
what the fuck?
content. Don't go
But he was
stealing
like,
our shit.
Introducing us
Yeah.
to the dude from the business. He's like,
Me and Warren's first time there, he's introducing Dion and I
Yeah.
to his folks,
I'm
which,
like, okay. right.
You network fast when you're good people. So
yeah,
we got a lot of good interviews with folks. We like you said, we talked to Kobe White. Obviously, he was a lot of fun. We talked to Thaddeus Young, Pros Pro. We talked to another young boy, Daniel Gafford. He did his thing. So we're gonna go into some interviews. We talked to some of the best people in the city. Jason Goff, Chris Kaysen. Really appreciate that. And then we talked to a guy who was scrapping to get a little tick on the team.
Arion Calderat.
There you go. 15 bonus points for Dion for that one.
The legendary Jim Rose after the game.
Yes, we did. Man, heart pounded a little bit for him.
That was crazy.
He's not even an athlete.
Yeah, he almost punched you in the face with your little suggestion, but we'll talk about that on the next clip.
Okay.
Wow. Mad Dog 2020. Look it up.
Banana Red. Why was Jim Rose? Why was he about to get after me?
Because you said there's no teams in the East.
I said the East is open. Asking about if he thinks that the Bulls will make a
and then he looked
sneak in.
And he looked at Rick like,
he was like, "Oh, the guy in Milwaukee."
As he getting in his truck, Uber, he's like, "You might want to talk about that guy in Milwaukee."
Yeah,
motherfucker sleep on Kyrie though.
Yeah, but I don't know if Kyrie can be the one man band out there.
Yes.
I mean, he's not one man because Spencer can ball. Spencer Dinwiddie can ball. Your buddy, you already know your buddy. Jared Allen.
She still got braids.
Procipio. Oh yeah, he has put him in the generic cornrows. It's great.
Those are weave, by the way. Hope you know.
Wow. Let's hop into some of our interviews. Let's who we want to show the people first. We talked to
we're gonna start,
we're gonna build up or we're gonna
we asked everybody.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, let's do that last.
Okay.
Middle.
Yep.
And then we'll do the end with Kobe.
That works.
Since he's the guy to talk to. But we talked to Thaddeus Young.
We did, man.
He's a vet. He had some really good answers. I think you stated it best. He had some very professional answers.
Yeah.
You can tell he's been in the league. So let's go to the Thaddeus Young interview.
How was your experience so far in Chicago? Obviously, you're a veteran of the NBA. You've been here numerous times, but now you're playing. What's your experience so far since you arrived in Chicago?
City's great. Great food. Definitely been in a few spots, but biggest thing is this organization. I mean, everybody's made me feel just like I'm at home. Same thing with the fans. Fans have been great. This is a season that we want to try to make the playoffs, and we're very, very high energetic about that, and we've put that out there. But biggest thing is just going out there and going to work each and every day, and I think that's what we're going to do. I bring a lot to the table, not just basketball, but leadership qualities. Showing these guys, it doesn't start actually coming out on the court. It starts when we're in the locker room, building that brotherhood, that culture, that camaraderie. All those things that means a lot. You can't go out there and play a game if you don't like your brother that's standing next to you. Right. So we have to build that in the locker room first, and then it translates and carries over out to the court. Biggest thing for us is just coming to work each and every day, making sure that guys are staying healthy, but in the process getting better. Yes, sir.
All right, that's Thad Young. We look forward to seeing you this year. Appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.
I mean, this was just like talking to. I don't know, like a pros pro. I was like, damn, dog, I felt like I was playing 2K.
Not to mention, motherfucker, like,
yeah.
We're 6-2-3.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was.
I
still haunts me a little bit,
except for when I met Shaq. Kobe not even that tall. Kobe not 6'6".
What? No, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this right now. I don't want to hear
pictures.
This. It doesn't matter. I don't want to hear this. Right
Warren, could
now.
you post the Kobe Dion picture or Urs?
See,
don't mind the hair that I had. I mean to do this. I'm not balding.
There's
That's
angles.
How the hair looks.
There's stuff like that.
But see, I'm like right there on Kobe,
bro.
This ain't 4 inches.
They were standing at angle. Kobe's 9 feet tall.
Okay.
Thad Young though, man, he was on a playoff team last year with the Pacers. He was with them for a couple of years.
They lost Oladipo, still made it. That's how terrible the East is.
Right? You saw he gave a little laugh when I asked him. I was like, hey, man, you're not really used to watching the playoffs. What's
He also mentioned the food.
Yep, he gave a shout out to Chicago food. He was looking forward to that.
What did he say when we first started?
He said, "Oh, this is a
double interview." Pause.
He's like, "Yeah, we got you from both sides." Pause. But
What?
we did pause. Like these statements can be
Quicker,
true
man.
if you just. I had okay.
You did. But still, it just didn't come out right. I'm sorry.
Thaddeus Young gets a
Coffee
A+
is very
rating.
strong.
Thaddeus Young, official friend of the
Yeah.
show,
Yeah.
ECSports. We're going to mark that.
I like your
Very
statement after every single interview. We'll see you in the locker room.
That's right. Gotta let them know a little familiarity. Just like you're gonna see this face and look up more times.
Familiarity.
Yes.
What's that movie? That Spike Lee movie.
Come on, stop. No, we're not. I'm not doing this again. Is that Ice-T?
No, that's Spike.
The
Spike that game.
Oh, okay.
You looking at me with all that familiarity.
Yep.
What part is that? You saw He Got Game.
Yes.
Because you didn't see New York City.
I did not see New Jack City.
Warren.
Which they're remaking. I'll see the remake.
This motherfucker didn't see New Jack City.
I'll see the remake. I'll see the
How do
remake.
you not see New? You're black, right?
Yeah.
You're African American.
Yes.
Whatever you want to call
Yes.
it, regardless of the growing up in the suburbs.
This is a
Wow.
movie
Did you see Menace to
thing.
Society?
Of course. Yes.
You can't say that thing,
Yes.
bro.
I saw Men's Society.
You didn't. You can't
Let's
say
hop
that.
back.
You,
Let's
all
hop
right,
back.
let's hop back. But you can't say that. You can't say, "Oh yeah." Like,
Yeah,
out
just
there.
because I hadn't seen that one, New Jack City.
Come
like
on.
that
All
was-
right, go to sports. You're not making sense. You can't say, "Yeah, I saw Menace," but you didn't say New Jack City. I'm just saying.
I think it's a
Is that
generational
what
thing
it
for
is,
New
all
Jack
right?
City.
Is that what it is?
Yes, saw Boys in the Hood.
She Love Jones.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
So,
I've seen Poetic Justice though.
all right. Let's
You
go
know,
to the next
The
interview.
Wood.
How did you not see Love Jones then?
What year are you talking
It's the
about?
same year as those you just named. And Lorenz Tate looked the same.
Oh, Lorenz Tate. Shout out to my boy.
He's on Power, but you don't watch it.
I don't watch Power. It's sports and 90 Day Fiance in the Barnes household. We got
Hey, we pissing Warren.
I know. We are not on topic at all. It's
I'm
fine
sorry.
because
It's
you want to know
good.
why? Warren
Yeah.
could just chop this up to make it exactly what he
Warren, you
needs
gotta
it
put
to
this
be.
in though. See that this motherfucker never saw.
We can build an encyclopedia.
All right,
of,
Perrion Calderette is a. We thought he was. I thought.
Oh,
he was
Perrion's
a
good
free
people.
Agent, very, very good guy. Could you tell, like, throughout the media day when we were staying, he was like waiting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. He's just a good dude.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He wanted to help.
He said, "How y'all doing?"
Everybody
when he was
there is
walking
very
past us?"
professional.
No,
When you see
mostly
like-minded
everyone.
people, well, yeah.
Yeah,
Perrion
Perrion.
is from Idaho. He went to Idaho. He's born and raised in Seattle.
So we had to ask him about that.
Yeah. So we caught him outside right before he got in his shuttle, and you guys can check this out.
So, rookie with the Chicago Bulls, obviously a legendary team. How's
Yeah.
it been so far for you in Chicago?
It's been great. I love it out here. Everybody's real welcoming, and honestly, you can't be in a better place to start your career off than with the Bulls, man. So I'm excited.
I just want to know about Idaho. What's the biggest thing that surprised you when you got out there?
Outside of the potatoes.
Man, you ain't got. There's no buildings.
Okay.
The mall is probably about the size of the court we play on.
Yeah.
Man, and it's just the city. I'm from Seattle, so
Yeah.
just that big of a change, And then you got people riding around on tractors on the road and stuff, man. I ain't used to that. So yeah, other than the potatoes, there's probably them things right there.
Yeah.
You say you're from Seattle, so obviously you were a little younger when KD was drafted.
Yep.
How does it feel to be possibly either being on a court with some dudes that you grew up, admiring, watching, whatever the case?
It's exciting, man. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're going out there trying to compete and trying to win.
Exactly.
So you might take a couple steps back. Just appreciate the fact that you're here on the stage with guys you looked up to. But once that buzzer rings, it's time to go. So
Because they gonna come right at you.
yeah, exactly. So they ain't gonna hold nothing back. So gotta come at them with the same energy. So
Any cities you excited to play? Any West Coast teams that you looking forward to being a West Coast guy?
obviously the Lakers. That's probably the main one. But I'm just excited to play at all.
They got
man.
a pretty good
Yeah,
players
decent.
over
Yeah,
there.
a couple
Yeah,
people.
a couple guys, you know, a couple new faces around there, you know, in LA. But I'm just excited to play wherever. It's just a dope opportunity to have. So, but playing in LA is gonna be crazy. So.
I appreciate a man who cares about his hydration.
Yes.
He had
Did you see
a
that?
banana
Yeah,
bag
everything.
of
Warren
water.
about to take his
Yeah,
food.
you know,
Shit.
you need to talk about a hungry hippo with Warren, man.
Hey guys, you hungry?
Yeah.
Warren, we just ate
It's
5
been
minutes ago.
15 minutes.
Hey, you guys know that that day my guy Chris posted from the pizza place we literally walked past to get some mediocre sandwiches at, and I apologize to both of you for going to. I'm not going to name the name, but
Yeah.
we passed a very.
Man.
We were on Randolph, and I don't want to disrespect any places, but we should have went there, and we're gonna go.
Yeah. So you have any? You think Perion's gonna get any take this year?
I don't know, man. He went
Can
to
he
high
be-
school. It's a situation where he went to high school with Zach Levine. He graduated 17, 18. His averages were pretty low. So it's probably a situation where, hey, I know Zach Levine. He's giving me an opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this opportunity, see what happens. There's going to be guys on the team that just don't make it. You know what I mean? The roster has to get to 15. Perion has an opportunity. I'm sure he's going to work his ass off. As you saw in the interview, he explained his from start to finish day, which is something good that everybody wants to know.
You know where I think we're gonna see the most of Perion? Up the street from me. He's gonna be right there in Hoffman Estates working on his game with the Windy City Bulls. And I don't say that to be a knock on him, but there's tons of players now, and we see how great the G League has been as far as a pipeline of
We
getting
can't be
players
Hollywood
going.
either. We need to cover Windy City.
You know, we gotta go out. I mean, yeah, that's right up the street. Finally, somewhere that's close to me.
Yeah.
But no,
That'll be a good place for you and Warren to go to get y'all feet wet.
yeah, I'm just gonna walk in
Like,
there.
when
I'm
I go
with
to-
ECSports.
When I go to the Laker game in November, y'all can go to the Windy City and Chattanooga game.
Bragging.
And what? That's a good game. That's Windy City. These dudes Hollywood already. Gosh, that you know
It was just a game. You said that
It's
we
all
were.
right.
All right, so we got to talk about our boy.
This is a big special here.
Yeah, Daniel Gafford. He stopped by the show.
You want to alert everybody that's watching what happened to him today?
Yeah, unfortunately, the
it
day
today?
after media day,
Tuesday, yesterday.
Bulls first practice, couple injuries already.
Couple.
Your boy Wendell Carter Jr., who we unfortunately did not get a chance to interview. Big, large size human though. He sprained his ankle. Coach Boylan.
273 pounds.
Yeah, and
6% body.
6% body fat. You can still roll the ankle on that. There's not a lot of meat on the ankle.
Amen.
But yeah, so he's a little banged up. Say there's precautionary leaving him out.
But at media day, they said he was 100%.
Right.
Him and Denzel.
Which can be a true statement, and then 17 hours later you can get hurt. Technically, he wasn't lying there. But our boy Daniel Gafford, now new friend of the show on the ECSports show.
Some Hillsboro or some Arkansas.
Right. Small town.
Hey, he ain't small.
Yeah, no. That was the first time where I actually felt shooting an interview. I was just like, yeah, man, you know how it is, and we just got to, do all this, and that.
Hey,
and I'm
how
like,
nervous were
yeah.
you? Because that was your very first,
dog, I'm like,
ever.
I go to shake up with him, and I kiss his arm.
He kissed his shoulder. I wish Warren would have got that.
I
That shit
didn't.
was
It
crazy.
was like I wasn't trying to be like show respect and kiss
I
his
saw
arm.
it. I didn't want to say that. He was like, "Hey man, what's up, man?"
And I was like,
you know what I'm saying?
But your boy
I
powered
know,
right
felt
through it. You know he felt it. At least
Yeah.
it wasn't a
Yeah.
wet one.
Yeah.
It was just skin on skin.
So,
Pause.
we in Chicago, but I
Yeah.
saw it.
But cool dude. Again, gonna have to start working on my facial expressions and not look like I'm in shock of how large of a person someone
He's
is.
a good 6.
So probably 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah,
You know.
the SpongeBob Kyrie's.
Yeah, we did those kicks. It was a good time. So we're gonna kick it over to our interview with Daniel Gafford, pre-injury. Daniel Gafford.
Daniel Gatford, rookie for the Chicago Bulls. Dan, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good. I was excited for the day. Asking all the questions, taking all the pictures.
Yeah.
What's the transition from a college player such as yourself coming into this big, obviously, no pun intended, media circus? How does a guy in your shoes, how can you explain that to somebody in college right now to the transition?
Well, I mean, college media day and NBA media day, they're way different because, I mean, on the media day in college, you got to practice right after. And then, like, you on the court, you get shots up, and then all the reporters come to you, and then with, like, one spot on the court, and after that, you practice. But, like, today, I mean, it's just all about, the players, getting to know, like, the new players, getting to know old players, a little bit more, stuff like that. So I say that's the biggest difference, Just, they going right to work out there. We just, it's like a full day for us.
What's the transition to Chicago, the big city?
Well, the city I'm from, I mean, it's like a corner of Chicago. shout out to El Dorado. Because,
Shout out to hit it, man. What other cities you excited about playing in this year?
I'm excited about going to Toronto to play. I've never been to Canada. It's gonna be my first time going to Canada.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for that one.
You got your passport?
Yeah.
All right, that's all in order. Good.
Really, that's basically the main one for me. Really. Yeah, that's it.
Hitting TO. That's what's up. All right, last question, man. Talk to us about the kicks. What we rocking today for media day?
Just some light Kyrie's light work.
That's right.
So just a pair of shoes that was in my locker, and
Nike sent them to me.
Yep.
So, you know what I'm saying? I went on here to show them out for them.
That's got to be love, man. Getting them Nike kicks coming in every day.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's good. Just being able to show off your stuff that they give you. You know what I'm saying? You give them for free. So I mean, you gotta
beat that.
Can't beat that at all. So you gotta show them.
Yes, sir.
All right, I appreciate you, Dan
No
Gafford,
problem.
joining ECSports.
And, I meant to ask more players about their shoe game at media day because, like he said, he's like, this is just what Nike gave me. I was like, must be nice.
Though.
Yeah, he was ready to go.
He was free, and what else? I mean, he a country boy.
Mm-hmm.
He
Isn't
in
it
a
good to
big
see?
City he is appreciated. So describe from your first day. How these dudes get chaperones and how that works. What you saw? Which is super. It's interesting yet weird.
Right. So there's each player has about 2 to 3 Kelly Ann's and Jessica's escorting them around the building. Wonderful, nice people.
Mm-hmm.
But it was interesting because as people working that day trying to get these interviews with these players,
People as in media.
right? It was just a little
You just gotta
weird.
catch them. It wasn't like a situation where you can be like, all right, we're standing in the middle of the court, come get us. It was more like catch them as they're going. And then another thing I saw was, or that you guys don't know, is this day when you're at a Bulls game and you're seeing like the Dunkin' Donuts race, or ask Chris Dunn for an interview, or when they get introduced and it's like, come on Chicago, get it. That's when they film all of those vignettes, so to speak.
Yeah, and they knocked all those out the way. The
There's
random yelling.
stations,
Right.
and they have to go through photo shoots and everything. So you're basically chasing up behind every player, whether they're waiting in line, because most of ours are pretty much guys either coming out of what they just did or waiting.
Hey,
in
Zach,
line.
can we get you for a second?
I know that motherfucker heard us.
No, you good? Okay.
So let's just get to it. Get it out the way.
Oh yeah.
You say it. I want the new guys.
I had I was the head hunter in media day. I went to approach several players, like we said in the beginning. It was not 100% success rate. We had one that decided that they had something better to do, which very well could have. But your boy Chris Dunn, he didn't wanna hop on the show again.
And I think we said, hey Chris, can we get a couple? And then I was like, just 2. What did he say?
Oh, I'm about to go.
But I appreciate you though.
Yeah, I do appreciate that he appreciates me asking for his time, and he's saying no.
Denying it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
So,
but we'll see you all season. So,
and maybe that was a little bit of foreshadowing in our interview.
But
with
we'll
Kobe,
see you all season,
right?
5 point guards. I'm sure you're gonna get.
Well,
you're gonna be on a team.
Man, if we have the audio of how our interview with Kobe ended, You know, that kind of was a little foreshadowing where we expect him to play as far as a role, and what we don't expect Chris to play as far as a role.
You don't draft a dude number 7.
You see the picks though? They had them right next to each other. Like,
yeah,
he up next.
Hold on, don't forget this. Wait.
I'm gonna take his spot.
Hold on.
Like they had Kobe and Chris standing right next to each other in the group photos, and I hypothesized that Chris was standing next to Kobe because Chris could stand at the end and you could just crop him out. And then
there's enough space where you can just be like croppy. You know, you see some of those ghetto crops where it's like a big square.
Yeah,
you don't see Chris' arm. No.
On this wonderful
nowadays you can
devices like this, you know, one is here's the team photo, right? And here's the solo shot. And then here's just 3 of them. So they just wanted to focus on that one.
Yeah,
so,
some of my best pictures, according to Rick, because he enjoys them as well.
No, what's the profile photo?
On his phone.
What the profile pic is updated.
Yeah.
The last few story photos. Yeah.
Beautiful.
IG posts.
Beautiful photos.
And I'm not even trying to snap photos of people like that. I was just like moment in time. Oh, the lighting's good. Oh, everything looks right. Let me just get to Dion just happens to be there. You know, head just shining ever so perfectly in the pose in the background. All right, might as well hit the flick. So
yeah, damn right.
No, it's all good. I'm glad that this expensive ass fucking thing that sits in my pocket at least gets some use for people other than me.
Yeah,
but we got a lot of use out of our time by getting this next interview that we had. You know, I think Media Day
we gotta, before we get to Kobe, we gotta talk about our boys.
Oh, we want to talk about our boys.
Yeah, we talked to Jason Goff.
Jason, yep.
Which we're working with right now behind the scenes. You guys will hear about that later as well. Yeah.
Be very, very quiet.
But yeah, we coming, motherfuckers. And we say that, we coming, bitch.
Chris Kaysen. Let's start with our boy Chris.
Yeah,
he had a couple of thoughts on the Bulls in the upcoming season, and
once
the word.
Again, we gotta apologize again for Chris and Andrew Luck. But go ahead.
Yeah, right. And the word playoffs that the front office
he
used.
had a really good statement about that. Let's check it out.
Well, it's good that they actually set a benchmark of making the playoffs. That's something that we haven't seen here for. I can't remember the last time they talked about playoffs.
Right.
So it puts at least some for this group to work with. I mean, there's still a lot of question marks around this team. There's 5 point guards.
Yeah.
You know, on this team, I have no idea where the minutes go to, but I mean, it's good to have that competition in the backcourt. So all in all, it's an interesting group of guys, a mix of veterans and young pieces, but I mean, Media Day is like the first day of school. Everybody's excited.
Yep.
You know, it's what comes next after that determines, you know, what type of season you're going to have.
Yep. And then real life happens when they go on a road trip to see how that is. And I'm not knocking it. I really hope, especially with the East right now, with no real, with Durant out for the year. I mean, Kyrie is Kyrie, but there's no real known team. I mean, Jimmy in Miami might do something, but no one's like how Cleveland was, you know, Cleveland and Boston. Yeah. So where do you think they will fall, at least right around the All-Star break, into the playoffs? Do you think they have a chance? Do you think they could do that?
To me, I mean, like I said, it's good to have that as a benchmark to build upon, but I still see this team struggling in the half court. I think there's there needs to be probably more shooting on there. You need to find out who is your starting point guard to start the season. I think that's going to be Satoransky, you know, at the start of thing, and then you bring Chris off the bench, and then, you know, Kobe, you know, depending on how quickly he picks up everything, he'll probably be like the starter next year, but he definitely needs some reps. And any guy that's drafted that high,
that's what I was going to ask.
Any guy that's drafted
how
that
long?
High, you don't draft them just to sit. So I still see this team as like my cap for them is like 35 wins, but
encouraging.
Yeah, a lot of that is going to be dependent on health, which this team has had some misfortunes last couple of years with injuries. So, but I mean, like I said, it's good to hear them talk about playoffs, but I mean, a lot has to happen for that to come to fruition.
We hear that here first. Chris Kaysen, NBA Finals prediction for the this is how they play. Chris, man, it's great to have you on. Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate you guys having me.
All right. So, like Chris said, it's like the first day of school.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got their new outfits on. Everybody's happy, cheesy.
Yeah.
You know, the guys at the table are excited, which they have to be.
Right.
But
Kendall Gill, it's cool seeing him in person.
yeah, I mean, Kendall's the league dude, which you can tell. But Kendall's always been a nice guy. But yeah, I mean, everybody's excited on media day. You can't say, well, you know what, we're coming out to lose.
We're just gonna
rebuilding.
We're just gonna try to be better than last year.
Trying to stay in the teens with the wins. You're not gonna hear that.
Hopefully get another Kobe White, possibly.
I mean,
you hit the nail on the head in the beginning when talking about the injuries, right?
Yes.
Bulls were healthy for media day.
Yes.
24 hours later, Bulls aren't healthy. You know, that's how sports works. One day you're optimistic. Next day, the Finnish Captain America goes down, and any hopes that you have of playoffs,
like
dude,
America,
man,
like he walked like he hurt because he's so fucking lean. Pause,
bro.
Damn.
Larry Markkinen is like, but he's not one of the ones that staggered me because I knew he was a 7-footer.
Yeah.
And if you just build in your head, all right, 7-footers are giants, they don't really shock you. What bothered me was the people who I thought were 6'2" to 6'6", and especially with the NBA coming out this year and saying, hey, we cracking down.
Yeah.
You gonna give us your real height and weight. I'm like, well, I'm about to walk up in here, be looking at some point guards and some shooting guards like, wow, I could have done this.
Taller than you.
But Archie Diacono is taller than me, and that's not even including the little flow he's got going on up top, and the shoes that he was airing out. He is, but rightfully so, man. Rightfully so. That's Jim Boylan's boy, so you know, gotta take advantage of the opportunities. But yeah, I am Shaq Harrison's height if I'm lucky. Archie's taller than me, and those are little guys you watch every game and go, those are little men in the league.
Luke Cornett is huge.
Oh my God.
I can't believe like the video he showed him. He's a tall mother.
Yeah.
He like was towering over Will Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
He a good 7'2". Good 7'2".
Thank God he's in the league, because how could you be that tall and not play a professional sport?
Like waste of height.
Which you gonna be?
I've seen that in Schaumburg. I've seen.
I
it
just
in Chicago.
I just put all the display stuff up at IKEA.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I moved big shit from here
I'm
to
an
here.
executive chef at Paul's Bone and Ribs.
Yeah, no, you're not. Well, if you don't gain 200 pounds and become Lil Uzi Vert's bodyguard,
yeah.
Right. So yeah, Chris hit the nail on the head. Everybody's on their best behavior this year.
But now,
yep. Our talk with the Don Corleone.
I know this motherfucker walked in. You saw it in our clips. He had the boutonniere that didn't squirt water.
Had the little chest hair all out. He was good. He was good to go.
We're talking about Jason Goff.
Oh boy, Jason, man.
It's something else, but we had a really, really thorough, informative interview with Jason about the Bulls, amongst other things, and I want you guys to see how this went. Check it out.
You know, it's crazy. Like, time flies. You got Zach going into his 6th year now. They bring in Otto Porter. You got Thad Young. You got those veterans on the team, but you also got a whole bunch of young guys. Is there any of the young guys that you are especially excited to look and see how they go this year?
Kobe.
Yeah.
The point guard position, when you got Archie Diacono, who came in there and kind of made some dudes uncomfortable last year in terms of how hard he played against them. And I'm not even just talking about the Bulls players. I'm talking about the opposition. Like, Ryan played hard. Chris Dunn. This is I won't say a crossroads, but this is a point in his development where when you got a young boy that they draft at your position, you know, that's a statement of fact. Like, this is a position that we need to improve the depth at. I'm looking forward to Kobe White. I thought he was going to be the best point guard coming out in the draft before the whole process started, and after the process, when you see, you know, the young boys before him go, and you're like, all right, I think you can teach somebody some of the skills that he needs to be taught. You can't teach that kind of speed, you can't teach that kind of height, and he's a lot more physical than people think too. So I'm looking forward to his year as much as anybody. Because with a young point guard, there's going to be some games where he looks like a young point guard. But as long as you see those games where he's doing what he's supposed to do in terms of not making the same mistakes 2-3 times, I'm looking forward to his maturation.
Lastly, you mentioned the younger point guards taken before him, like say like a Ja Morant now. You obviously didn't hear about him until he had a few, until he had some good plays, so to speak. He was more like I would probably compare him like Damian Lillard when he was in the draft.
Yeah,
He just came from
Weber State.
wherever.
Yeah.
What would you say about players like that, and then younger players that see, damn, nobody even knew about Ja Morant. Now he top 5 pick.
Hard work, man.
Yeah. So what would you say about that?
Hard work. I mean, guys who catch that growth spurt and also continue to get better. You can tell who works on their game and who doesn't, who works on their weaknesses too. Because I believe when Damian got hurt, he broke his leg at Weber State. The problem was his jump shot, and all he did while his leg was hurt was shoot from the chair. And while he rehabbed, he kept shooting, and he knew that he couldn't be the physical force in terms of just throwing himself at the rim at a very early age. In his college career, now he's one of the 10 best players in the league because he improved his jump shot to the point now where he extended his jump shot out. So he sent the team home because of that extended jump shot. So any dude,
meme of the year.
Yeah, right. Any basketball player watching, you can't watch Damian Lillard or Anthony Davis or some of these guys and can tell me that 1 year doesn't make a huge difference for a player's growth.
About 8 inches for him.
Yeah, physically or just your game developing. Just enough kids don't just play too, right? So it doesn't have to be in an organized setting. It doesn't always have to be like some people feel like when you're hurt, you're on the shelf. You can get better.
Because Morant and his dad were in the backyard, pretty much.
Yeah.
And they showed that on the draft.
Baller, and I think he's gonna be an outstanding player. So for any kid that's watching that, it should be inspiration. Or if you are going through that, you should think, all right, what about the dudes who you think have no issues? They're going to be gunning for you too. So, I mean, basketball is a beautiful thing because it kind of tells the truth no matter where you drafted at, where you should, your pedigree. Like we've seen guys come out of big powerhouse schools who can't play dead, and then we see guys who eat their lunch like the young dudes or dudes who do it for a year in college and then do it on the professional level.
Adam Morrison,
yeah.
Totally makes sense.
I'm just saying, man.
Good job, Mike.
Jimmer. Jimmer was my man.
Jimmer.
You couldn't tell me Jimmer wasn't going to be cold.
He was supposed to be cold.
He was supposed to be the can't get his shot off. That's the problem.
But like with Jimmer Fredette, we talk about Kobe White and his size. He surprised me he's taller than I thought, right?
Yeah.
But
6'5".
But it's all about getting your shot off in the NBA, and that's a big difference from college ball. Do you have any concerns about, putting on that size, or you think he's got it with the shot?
I don't, because you saw it in North Carolina. He didn't get a lot of shots blocked.
Sure.
I don't know how many clips you can go back to see him not be able to get his shot off. So, and his speed is stupid. Yeah, his speed is crazy.
Yeah.
So to be that big, that angular, and that long, and that fast, those are the kinds of measurables that you can't teach. You can teach a dude how to get into your offense a lot quicker or how to be a general sometimes, but you can't teach some of the stuff like the tangibles. Everybody talks about intangibles, some of the tangible proof of why he was a good basketball player last year.
Yeah.
And I was really happy to see them draft him and Gafford as well. I mean, they got, I banged on the Bulls when it was necessary.
Right.
I think these last couple of drafts, this one in particular, I was very happy with the pieces they added. So if it's playoffs, then you set that goal and you tell everybody in your program and your organization before this day even comes. I mean, they were all here working out together for the first time in like 8 years.
Yeah.
Like they got full participation, so you could tell it's a bunch of hungry dudes and a bunch of dudes who have to prove something. Like Zach LaVine and Larry Markkinen, I think they're tired of being looked at as like nice players.
Right.
Like now it's time to show people, especially with all eyes being on this city for the All-Star break and all those other things. You don't want to be the team or the guys that people are like, man, why are you guys still struggling when that time rolls around? I think they're going to try to make a statement. I think they're going to try to play harder than everybody. That's a start.
Yeah, will anybody be representing the Bulls this year, All-Star game?
I think Zach has a chance to. This is the first off season without working on something rehab-wise. He looks a little bit bigger, but his base is a lot stronger. Like some of the things, I don't know why the man's working on jumping drills, but apparently he has been working on things that are going to make him that much more of an athletic, not just an athletic finisher, but finishing with contact.
Exactly.
So those are the things, man. I think Zach is a dude who's getting ready to be a 24, 25, 26 point per game guy. But now on the defensive end, like every time you get better, people want to try to take shoot holes in your game. So the defensive end,
playmaking. Like I like to see him and Lowry do a lot more two-man game stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see this team kind of gel because after you work on everything together, you come back and get thrown in the mix, and now you gotta not stifle some of the things that you worked on, but you also gotta meld that into what your teammates are doing. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. You know, all these guys seem like they worked hard this summer, and now you throw it back out on the court and get a couple of weeks to work on it together now.
Amazing. So
He's good.
appreciate Jason.
This guy's really
He is good.
So Jason was ever so kind enough to bless us with his presence. This is my British accent.
Jason.
This is supposed to be British accent.
Yeah,
because Jason is not catching feelings. He is catching flights.
Yes.
And he is in the air right now, heading to London to cover or to watch the Chicago Bulls beat the fucking shit out of the Raiders this upcoming Sunday.
Bulls are playing the Raiders.
Did I say the? I'm sorry. The Bears. See, my English accent. I'm sorry. Sometimes it just gets the best of me. Man, you think you got through the metal detector with all that gold on?
Hey, we'll see. Or the jewels.
Right. Or he
The
took the
jewels.
tarmac.
Yeah.
He need the.
He needed a house sitter.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Should have thought about that.
Yeah. Right.
You know, but
ECSports
another
live
thing-
from Jason's living room.
Yeah, we did Snoop with Jason. How did you do? First time going.
Yeah. It was.
Some?
Yeah, I finished better than I started.
Okay.
We can leave it at that. My lungs had to get back in order. My, you haven't hooped in a while when your calves the next day are like, bruh,
Yeah. Fuck.
were you escaping a fire or what? But it was good, and so much so that I, of course, as most men do, they think they're going to get back on the horse about whatever hobby or whatever thing they want to work on, and then they go buy the most expensive shit for it. I got the new Jordans on their way in, so we'll be breaking those in on Friday.
This dude said, you know what? Shit, I was killing these motherfuckers.
I asked the Twitter sphere. I was like, "What's the hooping shoes?" I know y'all sneakerheads, and they were like, "Hey, they're supposed to be. I think it's the 34s are supposed to be the lightest Jordans ever, best basketball shoes." And I was like, "I'll be the judge of that." Pulled up, I was like, "Ooh, this price tag. I'm gonna have to throw some in the cart. I'm gonna have to throw some in the cart for the wife." So she got some slippers. I got the J. She got the slippers. You can't just buy something for yourself no more, man.
You know what? Damn, 100. Fuck. What was you thinking about, baby?
Yeah, right.
Don't you need something, babe?
I got you
told her yet about the Jordan.
Baby, I got you some lip gloss that you said you always wanted.
Yeah.
What'd you
gotta
buy?
get something.
What did you buy? So
I just got some bikes. What'd you say?
some Mikey Knights, baby.
Yeah.
Just some Mikey Knights. So
some Air Max 270s.
shout out to Ashley. She's a wonderful person. So enjoy your slippers.
Slippers.
Wife. Yeah, your slide-ons.
Wow.
That's
What the kids call them, right?
Gucci.
They are Nike.
I was gonna say, that's some Gucci flip-flops.
Yeah, I put them in the same cart as the Jordans, right?
Okay.
I bought them both on Alibaba for $47.
Oh.
The knockoff jersey industry has really elevated their
Do
game.
you have a jersey right now?
Do I own a jersey of a player right now? No, man. Last jerseys I've purchased or have been gifted have been Kobe jerseys, and I wasn't going to
jersey I
accept.
have right now.
I'm not.
I have a Michael Jordan 45 socks.
There's a year where I just don't feel the need to wear another man's name on my back, unless he was my GOAT. And Kobe was my GOAT. Unless I do nostalgia, I'm not gonna wear a Kobe jersey to just a Lakers Bulls game where it's LeBron and Anthony Davis.
True.
Against Zach LaVine. So,
Yeah.
but for all the little whippersnappers out there, please, parents, do not waste your money. Go on.
Nobody will know.
Nobody will know.
Exactly.
Please. But yeah. So we talked about Chris. We talked about Jason. We talked about all the good things and expectations they have for the season.
Are we gonna let everybody see a little guard packs?
We're going to give them a little taste of guard packs. This was all, just to give them a little level set of the highlights. Let's talk about the play. Warren, did you get the playoff talk?
Playoffs.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got the whole interview.
Let's see what our people were talking about in regards to what they were talking about.
Guard packs.
First of all, I apologize for being a few minutes late. Jim was in giving his pep talk to our group, but it was good. Just to start, a couple of things, and just to go backwards for a quick minute. I talked to the group about this. 2 seasons ago, we lost in the playoffs to Boston in 6 games in April. Here we are 2 years later, and only Denzel and I think Chris Felicio were on that team. So we have revamped this roster in a big way, and in a way that where we can look at this team and we see real talent. We see a versatile roster. We see some depth on this roster. We see some leadership on this roster, which we haven't had. And because of that, our goals this year are really simple. First and foremost, we want to compete at a high level. We think we can compete. And when you compete at a high level, you have the ability to be a playoff caliber team, and we set that as a goal. Jim talks about it. He's not afraid of it, and our guys, through their work, have shown us that they want to make that commitment. So we feel good about that.
As a player, what else do you want your leadership to say?
We're going to suck this year. We're probably going to tank one more season.
That's a Mark Cuban.
We're going to get a top 10 pick, and it's going to be the 7th overall pick.
So this year, me and you might want to get into some college. Because honestly, I didn't.
Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're doing on the ECSports show. I haven't talked to this about anybody. I haven't brought it up to anybody, but it's going down right now. I'm going to start the campaign. If the Bulls fall 10 games under 500, I'm going to start days until LaMelo Ball is a Bull. And I can't wait. LaMelo Ball will be eligible for next year's draft class.
Isn't he
He's a shooting guard, man. He's 6'7".
He grooves like...
LaMelo is out there in Australia, and
do you think his dad fucked this shit up? Or
I don't.
Is it good that he's
I think he messed up Lonzo more than he.
For going to UCLA.
No.
Or coming out early. What did he mess up?
For the shoes.
Just the talking.
The shoes, I think, really messed him up. These injuries, you heard Lonzo say how broke down those shoes were afterwards.
Yeah.
Lonzo had foot issues with the Lakers, sprained ankles multiple times,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a doctor, but they have to be related, right? That's all the brain trust of that snake that was in the Ball family, right? That they let in, and to some extent his father. So that happened with Lonzo. Then you got LiAngelo, who... LiAngelo made his own stupid decisions, right? And LeVar just said, all right, fuck it. You're going to go play in the middle of Europe or wherever the hell country that was. And then I'm hoping he can at least go one for, all the kids are going to be successful, right? So we're all talking in context.
Even LaMelo?
I mean, sure. Or LiAngelo, right? The one who's not going to do it. LiAngelo can, I bet he could get a trial for a football team.
About the long-lost Mexican one.
Oh, yeah.
La Biblioteca. You didn't see that?
Which is where we are right now, actually.
La Biblioteca.
But no, I think
LaMelo's going to make it.
LaMelo's going to be a top 3
pick. It is
pick.
messed up because I saw, there was a post, do we really have to start talking about, LaMelo and the NBA and his future and how bright it is?
Yeah.
You do, because their father fucked so much stuff up that he didn't realize he's hurting the stock. But now you can tell LaMelo is just hooping.
He's good. No matter what you got to say, the whole LeVar stuff.
And he fell off.
He falls off completely, right? You don't hear about the Ball family. Lonzo's in New Orleans now, right? They would fade to black. The show got canceled on Facebook. Right?
How you get?
What's going to bring you back is your youngest now being a top 3 pick. And to be honest,
how you get canceled on Facebook Watch?
How you get fired on your day off? Antonio Brown.
Whoa, really? You just gotta dig. Yeah, turn the knife.
Man, all right, we buried the lead.
Damn.
Let's give the people what they want. We're not going to talk about losers.
Oh,
like AB, who's trying to come back into the league. The game need me.
Wow.
Dog, this is the NFL. The NFL is
what
the
AB
league
of... Fam?
What did AB did nothing to me.
Let's do some...
Eric Weddle apparently pissed him off on Twitter sphere, right? If AV don't want to listen to him, AV don't want to listen to nobody. I just, you lost the bet this last week in fantasy, right? I wasn't gonna let that go.
I thought it was.
I would say
where do you wanna
Antonio
go?
Brown will not.
Where do you want to go?
Oh, where we want to go?
Warren ain't bet.
Right, Warren ain't
You gotta
bet.
give him a wing.
But Warren can come.
Yeah, he can come.
Right,
But
where
you
we
ain't
wanna
giving
go?
him no wing that I'm buying.
Should we give the people what they want?
Yeah, go ahead. The fro.
The fro, the
He's very fast.
the very tall. Once again,
He's a
Kobe
legit
White.
6'5".
He's all of 6'5", and that's just not the fro. Like, if he has a burner like that and he shoots and he's got those fast
guy.
twitch muscles,
Shy guy.
the young dude. Like, that's one thing that
19,
jumps out to me as well. Like, these guys walk with their presence, and they are giants in physicalness,
Yeah,
but they are
they're
still
still young.
19, 20, 21. Like, Thaddeus Young has been in the league going on year 12, I believe, and he's only 31. You do the math. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys come in as babies and leave grown men. But in the reality, they leave still young men in the still context of the world.
Yeah.
You know, Kobe retired at 37 and had the rest of his life in front of him.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be touching 37 and, I don't know, probably when Laurie Markkinen retires. Like, that's just, that's just what I'm noticing, man, is this, you see these cycles of athletes as you continue to live your life as God blesses you with, and you just see them come and go, and I had to get over that. Damn, these kids are younger than me playing, and I'm interviewing them, and they first check and second check combined is probably going to be more than I'm going to see in at least a few years, because I ain't going to be broke my whole life. We going to be making some money out here, I'll tell you that. Just the hoop, and that's what Kobe is all about. He, I don't want to spoil the lead, but he touched on some things with your question about him wanting to play his role and doing whatever that is to the best of his capacity. So we'll throw it to our interview with the number 7 pick in the 2019 NBA draft,
number 7,
Kobe White.
Kobe, welcome to the city, man. How's Chicago treating you so far?
It's been great. It's been great. The fans have been great. It's a new city for me. So it's a big adjustment, but I feel like I've adjusted well. So, like I said, man, I'm just having a good time out here.
Yes, sir. Number 7 pick for a team that is in a rebuilding process. There's a lot of expectations. You got a lot of point guards on the team, a lot of veterans, a lot of rookies. What would you say is going to be your place this year on the team overall?
I can't tell you yet. It's only the beginning of training camp. So, but roles will be filled. Whatever role that is for me, I'm going to do it to the fullest. Whether it's starting, coming off the bench, or being that guy on the bench that brings a lot of energy. Whatever it is they need from me is what I do for us to win games. That's the main goal.
All right. So Carolina obviously is a huge school. What would you say the transition is from that type of media day to this big circus of the NBA media day?
Well, it's a big transition for me because at our media day. It really wasn't. We had like pitchers and media separate, so we really didn't have a day where we did all at once. So for me, it's a little bit of a change, but today has been great. It's been great for me. It's a great experience, my first one, so I had a good time. Taking pictures and whatnot and being with my teammates.
Perfect. And there you go. That's Kobe White, Chicago Bulls starting point guard coming into the year. Don't want to make too assumptions. We talked about the depth. My bad, not to get you in trouble.
So you see, happy guy. You saw how I accidentally had a Floridian slip by calling him the starting point guard of the Chicago Bulls, but that's what happens when you kind of shun coming on the ECSports show. You kind of get put in the position where the young Bull is now our main focus. So, no, Boston will be in the playoffs for sure.
Why?
Why? Because they play in the East. Yeah.
Brooklyn
the Brooklyn Kyries will be in the playoffs. Charlotte Hornets will not be in the playoffs.
Cleveland Cavaliers, Bulls are better than Cleveland.
So they're better than Charlotte and Cleveland right now.
Detroit is debatable. Indiana,
no.
Heat,
no.
Bucks,
no.
Knicks,
yes. So they're better
Magic,
than 3 teams.
Yes.
The Magic were in the playoffs last year, though. So you got what, 3 in a possible?
Yeah. We'll see this season. That was a great show.
Yeah. Enjoyed it.
great special. We got everything out. So
Warren, can you add some gold in this episode because
Yeah.
it's special? No,
no gold sparkles.
Warren's over us today.
Yeah, he's had enough.
Yeah,
Matador. For Rick and Warren, this is EC Sports. You guys have a great night.
Peace.